Manchester City also advanced with a 6-2 drubbing of Luton Town. Jules, what impressed you more? Erling Haaland's 5 goals, Kevin De Bruyne's 4 assists, or Jordan Clark's wonder strike for the first goal?
Clark. Let's just not mix your eggs and whatever. 5 goals from Haaland, pretty incredible. You were teaching me that George Best scored 6 in an FA Cup game.
He did, yes. Wow. Apparently that's the record. And some people said that he must have been angry because he was taken off because he couldn't beat George Best's record.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Haaland, yeah. I mean, I don't know. He came off after 77 minutes. I've got no issues when you score 5. A game that he should have never played. Let's be honest. If he was on form, match fit, full of confidence, he would have never played. Certainly never started that Luton game. And neither would have KDB. The fact that KDB plays because he only played 5 minutes against Bournemouth the weekend before, that he needs some match fitness. He played 4 assists. They understand each other so well. They just have that connection, which is so beautiful to see, even if you're not a City fan.
But by the way, KDB's 4 assists, I think 3 of them were kind of, they look really, really simple and basic.
Yeah.
It wasn't this defense splitting, super packing.
Yes, true.
Eyes on the back of your head. But I think that shows how good City are going forward. Defensively, a couple wobbles.
Yeah, a couple of wobbles. The best one is the one where Haaland doesn't even have to look at KDB and the ball just arrives. Haaland keeps running and the ball just arrives it's just, if it was perfect.
Shout out to Mateus Nunes too on the first goal.
Yeah.
Newcastle United also advanced in the FA Cup, but they need penalties against Blackburn. Jules, they still have a ton of injuries and they keep slipping down the Premier League table. But this is a huge boost for your buddies Eddie Howe and especially your friend Jason Tyndall.
Yeah, except that once the draw was made and you find out that you have to play away at City in the quarterfinal, that kind of put them still on.
They played away at the Parc des Princes and they nearly won.
Had they played Coventry at home, I think they would have been even more they
would have been happier.
Yeah, happier. That's the right words. It's not impossible that you go to City and win. Of course, it's difficult still, but a bit like we said for Chelsea, this could be what saves their season in a way, because they've been very underwhelming so far. Champions League was fun while it lasted, but in the end it cost them a lot, I think. So let's hope that
his job's not going to be in jeopardy, I think, even if they don't win the FA Cup or even if they finish mid-table.
I'm not sure about that.
Jules, I know you like your Techers, so tell me about Abdul Fattah and Leicester City beating Bournemouth to advance.
Yeah, they advanced thanks to his amazing goal in extra time as well. Young Ghanaian, 19 years old. Had a bit of a story going around at the AFCON because he didn't want to go with Ghana. He wanted to stay with Leicester to play and
because he liked Enzo Maresca so
much.
Maybe,
and then he got injured. So in the end, it would have been better for him to go than not to go to stay. Anyway, he's very, very talented. He's only on loan at Leicester.
And Sporting. Leicester, by the way, reportedly they're top of the championship.
They are top of your favorite league. Yeah, your favorite league. So they will. They have a big chance of coming back up, and Enzo Maresca doing a really good job.
So, which Italian manager do you think Pep loves more, Enzo Maresca or Roberto De Zerbi?
Considering he worked with Maresca was part of his coaching staff.
I know, but
so you would think Maresca, but I know the love for De Zerbi is strong.
Engaging
I know.
Yeah.
There was a dinner earlier in the season between Pep, Maresca, De Zerbi, and De Rossi, who's very good friend with De Zerbi. That's right.
There you go. Brighton are out of the FA Cup, losing 1-0 to Wolves. Jules, some love for Gary O'Neill. His team are in 9th place in the Premier League too, and yet everybody gets so excited over Roberto De Zerbi, who's not going to be without Mitoma the rest of the year and has a bunch of injuries.
Yeah.
But shouldn't Gary O'Neill get
massively,
just as much love?
Massively. Remember,
he's got worse players.
Yeah, he studied the ship really well at Bournemouth when he went there. Maybe it was a bit harsh that they let him go. And then I think when a lot of people saw him getting the Wolves job, there was maybe a bit of skepticism, and he's just proved everybody wrong. It's not just that I think tactically he looks really good. He looks very mature in the way he coaches this team. They've got at times different plans. They have the same formation but different plans in it. He's improving the players individually. Collectively is sound as well.
Can you explain to me why Bournemouth got rid of him? Because he had done well there in terms of results.
Yeah, I think they just thought that Iraola was going to be a better fit and that they just liked Iraola and his philosophy a little bit more.
Iraola's very good, but wow.
Yeah, no, I know. Well done to Gary O'Neill and to Wolves, that's for sure.